We start tonight with the latest on the fireworks facility explosion in Yolo County. The community of Esparto continues to feel the aftermath of that deadly explosion that rocked a Northern California community. Families grieve for their lost loved ones, searching for answers and justice in an investigation that for some has not been enough to help them understand why 7 lives were lost 1 week ago. Good evening and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Laura Painter.
And I'm Chris Thomas. Just hours ago, many of those families held a vigil, hoping to shine a light on the human cost of this tragedy. 1 week later, and the road leading to the blast site is still closed.
But families of some of the victims stood together to remember the lives impacted.
ABC 10's Paul Sunga is there in Esparto. He's been following this story since it first broke a week ago.
And Paul, tonight's vigil just wrapped up. Tell us what you're hearing right now.
Yeah, Chris and Laura, that prayer vigil lasted about an hour and family and friends are still here. You can take a look at the memorial, growing memorial there on your right, and then family and friends on your left. And this is by the Dollar General here in Esparto, and it has been 1 week since the deadly explosion in Esparto, 1 week since families lost loved ones. And tonight, some of them gathered as close as they could to the scene to grieve, to pray, and to remember.
And we believe in our hearts que Dios le levantó de los muertos, that God resurrected him from the dead.
Near the path where 7 lives were lost, family, friends, and strangers gathered to pray, mostly in Spanish with the English translation, asking for strength, healing, and hope for the impacted families.
You know, when you're invited to a space like this, it's a privilege really to come and share with the family, share their grief, because it could really be, you know, some of our own family members.
Those with the Pentecostal Church of God from Sacramento leading the prayer. The family of Jesus and Johnny Ramos stood together, joined by relatives who came from across California.
Pray for the families, not just say that you're going to pray for them, but really keep them in mind.
Investigators say explosions at the fireworks warehouse leveled buildings and 7 people were killed. Their bodies recovered just days ago, but so far, none have been officially identified. As the investigation continues, a week later, the pain is just real. But Tuesday night, it was met with something else, togetherness and strength.
Oh, they have a great community. They have a great support system with them. So really, you know, rely on them, rely on their family, and embrace those that they have close to them.
And back out here live, families hoping the questions that they have can finally start being answered. Now, the state's fire marshal is leading the investigation, and in the next day or two, we're hoping to learn more about the 7 bodies recovered from the site. Now, we're told the Yolo County coroner did take DNA testing from the relatives here to see if they can match, and we're hoping that news for these families, the official news from the coroners, can be released tomorrow or the day after that. Reporting live from Yolo County, Paul Sunga, ABC 10.
Well, certainly an emotional night for everyone involved. Paul, thank you. Keep us posted as you learn more. Meanwhile, today we're learning about a home searched by several law enforcement agencies.
Yeah, it has to do with the explosion there in Esparto. Here's what we know. Investigators say they went to a home in San Francisco this afternoon. The Sacramento County Sheriff's Office confirmed members of the bomb squad were there on a mutual aid request. Pictures show members of the Yolo County Sheriff's Office at the home as well. We have reached out to Yolo County and we have yet to hear back.
And the State Fire Marshal sent us a statement saying, quote, investigators are actively tracking down numerous leads and have served multiple search warrants as part of the investigation process. While we are unable to provide additional details at this time, please know that we are committed to conducting a thorough and comprehensive investigation. Earlier today, the Yolo County Board of Supervisors proclaimed a local emergency due to the explosion.
Yeah, they say the damage is far beyond the fire's edge, impacting farms, homes, and businesses within a half-mile of the blast. It's a step before they ask the state and federal government for help. Some people who live in the area are demanding answers.
How is a teenager allowed to work on such a site, and what was disclosed to any and all employees?
Some of us are very upset by what's gone on. If that blast site had been any larger, the town of Esparto would be gone.
Residents added they're concerned about the chemicals released into the air from that blast.
And today we heard from a former teacher of brothers Jesus and Joni Ramos, both brothers from San Francisco. He shares some of the fond memories he has of his former students.
When arguments came up, he would just sit there and say, no, that's not how it is. Just calm down. And then he was like the peacemaker. Wow. Whereas Jesus was everywhere, all the time, always laughing.
And we've been streaming the latest updates on the fireworks warehouse explosion live on the ABC 10 Plus TV streaming app. That's also where you can watch tonight's vigil in full. The app is free to download on your TV.